Hi, welcome to Dr. Dave's Health Hacks. And today we're discussing the wellness weight loss. This is video 2 in our series. And what we're going to be doing is progressively walking through different examples of easier to more progressively complex cases of weight loss. So let's say, for example, you're 10 to 20 pounds overweight. You've been slowly gaining this weight over 6 to 12 months. And as it turns out, you just simply eat too much junk food or too many calories, something along those lines. So let's call this step 1. Obviously, we'd start by looking at your diet. In an easier case, it's simply just cleaning up what you're eating. So we want to educate you on how to reduce sugars, how to find sugars in foods, reduce the junk foods, and maybe bring your calories down into a more normal range. No official diets or dieting necessarily, just eating better. Now, everybody knows that eating too much sugar is a bad thing, but you don't need me to tell you that. So on your own, you can very easily and simply start eating more natural and healthy foods that support a normal, healthy body. And less junk, of course. That means more salads and less Snickers and sodas. You can do it. However, if you still need a little direction, a little hand holding, in our office, we have this simple 3-visit one-on-one lifestyle coaching program that's designed to help you redesign your lifestyle at a foundational level. We call it Foundations, and we can consider this as kind of a step 2 for weight loss solutions. In our Foundations course, we can help you clean up your diet, implement a plan to balance your activity and rest and sleep, show you how to eat less junk food and more good foods, right foods for your body, and really redesign your lifestyle. That includes things like learning how much water you should be drinking and eating right for your metabolic type, and these things alone can be the magic pill for your wellness weight loss. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, yeah, great, doc, but I've been doing all that stuff and I'm still not losing weight. It's not working. So what that means is you've been eating whole, healthy foods, you've been eating low starch, low sugar diets, and you're exercising regularly and you're sleeping well and you're still not losing. Assuming that's the case, you're not losing weight still, this means your metabolism has changed, and that qualifies you as a more complex or difficult case. And you're moving down the scale now. We have to look deeper, dig deeper for bigger solutions for you. Make sense? So when we're talking about wellness weight loss, we have to discuss the concept of metabolism. There's a lot of confusion what that means out there. But basically, an efficient metabolism equals optimal health. And it's in this space that we can actually lose weight or maintain your ideal weight. And the opposite is true as well. So if you have inefficient metabolism, you're not going to have optimal health. And there's no way you can lose weight or at least keep it off if you happen to lose it. So very key. Most people have the concept or the belief that calories in equals calories out. So if I've eaten X amount of calories, I just work out enough and I can burn those calories and I'm good and I can just lose weight that way. And that's partially true, but there's a lot of problems with that thinking, mainly because metabolism is all about energy demand and hormonal response to that energy demand. So we can underdo it, we can overdo it, and if you're over-exercising and doing the wrong things, you can actually cause a burnout in your metabolism, which will cause weight gain. And we can talk more about that later. But the overall arching law here is an active lifestyle is absolute minimum for maintaining successful, long-term healthy weight loss. Everybody needs exercise, period. Okay, so let's expand on this concept of ramping up your metabolism with activity, with exercise. And I think it's helpful to picture a dramatic example of what not to do, which is what most people do, and that is they ride or drive to work, and they sit at a desk or computer all day, then they ride or drive home, have a meal, and then sit and watch TV for a couple hours, and then go to bed. And then they repeat, and they do this over and over again, day after day. So these people really aren't placing much energy demand on their bodies, and over the course of time, the less demand you place in your bodies, the slower the metabolism goes, and over the course of time, you actually develop a lower metabolism just by virtue of your lifestyle. So we really need to place a demand of energy on our bodies by engaging in some kind of exercise activity. And again, in the person in my example of riding to work and resting all the time, just walking, biking, cardio of some sort, even lifting weights or circuit training, some activity would be a nice minimum, right? But when it comes to burning fat, and we're talking about wellness weight loss, we're talking about fat loss, if you remember. So burning calories isn't the same thing as burning fat. You might be burning enough calories, but you're not burning fat. And some of you know what I'm talking about. You're not tapping into those what we call non-essential fat stores. So we want to talk on the next couple chapters here about how do we tailor our exercise regimen to burning fat so it's efficient for us. In our clinic, we found that most people are spending 30 to 60 minutes on the treadmill 4 to 7 times a week. And they may be burning calories, but they're not burning fat. Now, if you're a treadmill person, a walking person, that's good exercise, but you may be getting frustrated because you're not really burning that excess stored fat. It's frustrating because there's a large time commitment and not much result. So I totally get that. So what you want to do is you want to increase the intensity of the activity, increase the demand on the body and the metabolism to switch you to a fat burning metabolism. And you want to do that without overstressing the system, and this is the key. So you see the treadmill, the walking, spinning classes, that's good exercise, it's good cardio, but that kind of exercise done for too long per session based on your level of health can cause the release of stress hormones, namely cortisol. And cortisol can actually block the fat burning and even cause fat production. And who wants that? So to move you into a fat burning mode, right? To get over here, you want short bursts of high intensity activities with intervals of rest. And what this does is stimulate something called growth hormone. And I just want you to consider that like a youth providing fat burning hormone. We all want that. And this is a pattern of exercise we call HIIT. And HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. And it's not so much about the type of exercise as it is the pattern of the exercise, where you push hard, intense for 20, 30 seconds, then you back off and rest for twice that time frame, so 40 to 60 seconds. So you're looking at minute to minute and a half cycles of whatever exercise you're doing. And the other key component here is you want to limit that to maybe 15, 20 minutes. If you're in really good shape, you're younger, you can get away with maybe 25 or 30 even. And the reason is, because we hear about people exercising for an hour, hour and a half, and they're overstressing their system. What happens is if you work out for too long per session, you can actually start to overstress your system, releasing cortisol. And cortisol is that stress response, fat storing, fat producing hormone. We don't want that. You might be burning calories again, but you lost your fat burning thing. So HIIT not only produces an increase of growth hormone, which we all want, youthful and fat burning, but done in the mornings, it'll actually help you get all your hormones back into a daily rhythm. You get better quality sleep, better quality energy throughout the day, and ultimately boost your metabolism. This is all good stuff. And so there's a huge benefit. There's a list of benefits doing the HIIT pattern of exercise. Okay, so I'd like to spend a minute addressing my treadmill addicts out there. Now, don't shoot the messenger here. I'm just explaining the rules of the game. If we desire burning fat, there's just some things we have to abide by. So this is the person that has their treadmill and they're on it 45, 60, God forbid, more than 60 minutes a day, 5, 6, 7 times a week. And I mentioned just a bit ago that it increases this cortisol hormone, which is a very destructive hormone. It causes inflammation, it accelerates our aging, causes muscle wasting. I mentioned the fat storing component of it. It weakens your core, the treadmill, because it's an artificial momentum. Now, while the walking, biking, treadmill stuff is decent cardio type exercise, it's just often done to excess and not a good efficient use of our time. If it's just something you do to warm up for your regular exercise, maybe a few minutes of treadmill or just something to do to get started with an exercise program, fine. But it's just not the best use of your time, and it's certainly not burning fat. For me, personally, HIIT is where it's at. I don't have a lot of time to do exercise every day, all day. And for many people, that's a big barrier or stop to getting in shape or getting their health back. So HIIT is easy. You can do it at home, little to no equipment, push-ups and squats, maybe some curls and some different things that you do it intense, back off and rest, intense, back up and rest. 15, 20 minutes, a few times a week. It's really easy to get in your schedule, very doable, and it's more fat burning. So that's what I suggest. So in review, regarding the easier side of our weight loss difficulty scale, maybe it's just your diet. Let's take a look at that. Maybe you just need to stop eating Snickers and sodas. Number 2, as we move down the scale a little bit, more difficulty is let's take a look at your lifestyle overall. Maybe you're just out of balance. So to get a holistically balanced lifestyle, maybe it means adding whole natural foods or adding more natural foods, salads, things like that. Getting a regular pattern of good sleep, maybe drinking enough water. Many people don't drink enough water, the right kind of water. Introducing some kind of activity or exercising, motion activity. And then number 3, as we move a little bit further down here, is boosting your metabolism by cranking up the intensity and the efficiency of your exercise habits through HIIT exercise. 15 to 25 minute blocks, 2 to 4 times a week, you can do that. All right, so in the next video, we'll get a little deeper as far as how to make your metabolism more efficient. Good stuff. Until then, live your life well.
Wellness and Nutrition Center. Live your life well. Move, nurture, and thrive.